do what we can. All right, well, hello, everybody. We are, gosh, in a phase of this process where we really don't have a lot going on. We are playing the waiting game. Our printer has the files. They've had them for 2 weeks now. I'm hoping this week to be able to see a proof, which is a physical print of the cover, one page, like a spread of the cover, as well as the interior, which are basically a bunch of single pieces of paper that they FedEx everything to me for us to review. But then even when we know everything is fine, that doesn't mean we still have a spot in the press production line. And so they're still doing a lot to make sure they have the best paper at the best pricing in the right printer run. I'm not even sure. I kind of stay out of it. All I know is I want him to tell us as soon as he has a approximate date of finishing the production. So then that way we can start being more strategic in planning our Amazon campaign.
Great.
And so hopefully in 2 weeks on our next call, we will be ready to give you a full presentation and training on what's going to happen with our Amazon promotion. I was really trying to get the books done by Mother's Day. I was trying to put a little pressure on him to see if we can get the books in our hands by then. And he doesn't think, with the way things are right now, that that's going to happen. So if things change, I will let everybody know. But what will happen is when we have an idea of the delivery date, we will then schedule our Amazon campaign and make sure everybody is completely comfortable with what's happening and what they need to do way in advance. So then that way everything can be scheduled. And that is our goal. I mean, we want to have one day of focused activity, but ideally if we can schedule everything like a week ahead of time. And so then on that day, all we're doing is commenting, sharing, just the like a couple hours of just staying alive on it as opposed to actively posting. We find that gets the best results. So that being said, I don't really have a lot of other updates right now. I would like to just see if anybody has any support they may need or any questions on anything at this point.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I do have a question about like the extra things that we ordered, the postcards and things, like when those would come.
Yeah, so Jesse's has gotten all of that stuff out to the various different resources that are printing them. And then I'm pretty sure that everything is going to be delivered directly to you.
Okay.
Not the shirts will come here. And then we'll have to ship them out. But as far as the individual printing, I don't know. I think I'm not quite sure how she's going to do it. We may do it all here and then ship it out individually. But as soon as we have a closer idea of those dates, then we'll definitely let people know. It's hard for us to say at this point when that will all come together. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks.
Thanks. And then there was something on that form. I wasn't sure what it was, but it just said everybody needed to do it. I don't know. I just checked it. It was like a widget. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
Know?
Oh, if there was an option for a widget, if anybody wanted to get a widget, then she basically created artwork for you.
So
what is a widget?
What is
we're
it?
wondering.
What is it and what do we do with it?
I think it's just a visual, right?
Yeah, there was a picture of it. There should have been a picture on the order form.
Right. I just don't know. Okay.
What is the function of a widget?
What's the function of a widget? Yeah, I'm just
marketing. Yeah, it's a visual image that incorporates you, I think the title of the book, your name.
It's so that you could use it for promotional purposes. I wouldn't call it a widget because it doesn't do anything, but it's a visual that you can use to promote.
Like
it
on
ties
Facebook
your
or
picture of yourself with a book, and it's just all done for you.
Oh, I got you. So we can put it on Instagram or Facebook.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. Perfect.
Your website, whatever.
They used to at one point call all of those images widgets. So it's not something that actually does anything. It's just a little visual image.
Perfect.
Yeah. So maybe we shouldn't call it widget. I don't know. I think this is what we
I don't care.
Yeah, widget usually does.
I just said yes because I didn't know, but okay.
Yes. Yeah, so it's images. Basically, we've had people in the past ask us to be able to take our work and create little images of some sort. And so we just kind of created what we do for our other clients as an option. Nobody has to do anything. A lot of the things can be done easily on your own. Canva is a great tool now. I know there's a resource link on the author resource page. And I know a lot of the authors in this project and other projects, they've done some amazing things with visual images and marketing. And so anytime I see something like that, I share it into on my page, and I just like share it into the group so everybody can be inspired and kind of see what everybody else is doing along the way. And so hopefully there'll be a lot more of that sharing as we get going forward with different marketing things. So hello, Samantha.
Hello.
We were just talking
Hello.
about how as this project is evolving, we don't have as many people on the call now because there's really not a lot going on.
Yes, so true.
But good to see you. I did a little update where we're at in the process. I don't want to necessarily go through that again for everybody else that's on the call, but feel free to go back.
Watch the recording.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bottom line is hopefully in 2 weeks, we will have the training that will be focused on the Amazon campaign. But whenever that is, whether it's in 2 weeks or at another date, I will make sure everybody gets an email about that because that's a pretty important one for everybody to be in the loop about. So, you know what we did on one of our calls is, do like little breakout rooms. You guys want to do, I mean, I know there's only 4 of you, but having a one-on-one breakout room with each other is really a good way to get to know each other a little bit more personally. You guys want to do a couple, just 3 or 4, or let's see, there's 2 and 2. So like 2 5-minute breakout sessions. So you guys can get to know each other.
If you like, this is almost a breakout room here. It's only 5 of us. But
Yeah, this feels like
Sure.
a breakout room.
Okay, well then let's
Sure.
do that. Why don't we go around and we'll start with Jared and then we'll go to Margie next. We'll go in the order that everybody popped in and then Susan and then Samantha. And so let's talk
Okay.
about what is the focus of your story. Maybe share what your lead magnet is, because that would be a great way for other people to kind of get a little bit of a better idea of what is the next step of somebody working with you once they've found you. And then it's also a great way
Right.
for us to know how we can promote you, right? You've got a great lead magnet and we can share it and help get people on each other's lists.
All right, that sounds like a good idea. Focus of my story was growing up very, very shy, an orthodox introvert, I call it. I got over that by my mid-20s when I decided I wanted to do commercial photography full-time. I had to put on a suit and go call ad agencies and large companies. So I learned to speak correctly and go in front of people and not be nervous and sell myself and sell my services. As technology progressed and digital technology came to photography, things changed. I developed my EPS Portraits business, which is a proprietary business portrait service for business portraits only, strictly. No family, no bar mitzvahs, no weddings, strictly for doing business portraits. It incorporates retouching and photo session together. Therefore, everyone is guaranteed. We call it our like it or love it guarantee, guaranteed to like or love their photo. And that's been true since 1995. As we got into the 2000s and I was just waiting for the next person to come on. As we got into the mid 2000s and bandwidth expanded exponentially on the internet, we were able to stream videos, not just download a video, but stream a video. So I had this idea for engaging speakers, actually, that, gosh, website speakers, why not have demos? So I started making some of the first speaker demo videos that appeared on Engaging Speakers site. And from there, I started coaching people, guiding them through the awkward process of presenting from the stage to presenting to the camera, to presenting on screen. And part of my story is the first time I went in front of the video camera and I was sweating bullets and I didn't know what to do. And it was horrible. And I erased all those takes and no one will ever see them. But I learned how to present properly in front of a camera and how to script a message, how to make my presentation congruent with that message. I'll wrap it up now. My lead magnet is what I video on the most common areas of digital static, I call it. When you don't have a script, when you don't have good lighting or sound, when you don't know what to do with your hands when you're in front of the camera. And I call that the Nix the Nostradamus video. And make, so I put a QR code and a short URL right in the book. People can go and view that video.
Great.
And then get a conversation started with me if they'd like to.
Great. Thank you, Jared.
All right.
All right. Margie.
Well, first of all, I have to give you guys a shout out for the whole process. I've always felt really comfortable that we were going to have a product at the end. I never worried, and no matter what. So shout out for everything you've done. And also, I love the fact that we had a QR code that people can just scan and go right to where they need to. My chapter is about stand up and speak your truth. And it was something that I've been wanting to get out there for a long time. I speak everywhere I can as an inspirational, transformational coach, a speaker for women, basically, to just really speak up and don't be afraid and give yourself permission and stop asking for permission. And so this book is super important to me. I put it on Facebook and I got a lot of engagement and excitement. And in every conversation I have, my lead magnet is actually something I just tried. It's a flip book, and I've made it with FlipSnap, and then it becomes a paid thing if you don't want like the watermarks. But I think I'm going to pay for that because I want this to be really professional. How many people will be going there? So it's really cool. So it's a flip book, and it shows you, different things, and then at the end, it gives you like how you get on my calendar and everything. And I love the engagement that I can have more than just a page or two. So
Yeah. Love that.
that's what I'm doing.
That's going to be a great example to show other people too of another option of something they can create.
Yes.
You're paving the way, Margie.
I'm paying the way. But yeah, thanks.
Well, that too.
So yeah, and after this call is all done, I do have another book and I wanted to talk to you about, so don't let me forget.
Yeah, sounds great. Okay, Susan.
Hi, I am Susan Gold. I'm a marketing strategy coach for professional B2B business owners. My lead magnet is the 4 must-dos to attract your ideal clients. And it's a kind of a worksheet approach to identify ideal clients, how to develop the right messaging to engage them, and where to particularly network, because a lot of professional services business owners are using networking as their primary lead generating tool, and that a channel, and that they're often in the wrong room networking and spending a lot of time and effort, sometimes money, without results. And then there's kind of an extra hint in there in addition to the 4 must-do actions, and that's to track everything that you do using a CRM. So it's very workbook oriented. It's about, 7 or 9 pages long. And it follows the process so that, particularly for people who really can't afford my services, they can do this on their own and really start to think about their own strategy to attract the ideal clients that make them money and make them happy. And that's what my whole chapter is about, is the 3 principles around attracting the ideal client, having the right messaging to engage with them, and then having the right channel strategy, meaning what do you do to be seen and heard by those ideal clients?
Great. So have you done any posts yet, Susan, about this?
I was afraid you were going to ask me that.
Yeah.
That would be not yet. I'm kind of busy moving over my my CRM. I'm heavy duty into getting my technology where I want it to be.
Got it.
So no, I haven't promoted the book yet.
What tool are you using for your CRM? Just curious.
I'm moving to HubSpot.
Okay, all right. Let me know how you like that, because
Yeah.
HubSpot?
I avoided it for a long time, and I'm working with someone who really understands, and he has a lot of enterprise level experience and knows how to make it applicable for a solopreneur. Because I thought it was just kind of a big hammer that I didn't need. And I'm using two different systems, and I really am not happy with either one of them completely, and I've got to consolidate. So this is a
Okay.
good way for me to get everything all in one.
Yeah, I don't know anybody yet that has used, like, personally, that uses HubSpot. So I'd be kind of interested to see how that all comes together.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
use it. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot so far.
Oh, good. Good.
Is it a monthly recurring expense, HubSpot, or is it a one-time
Oh,
fee?
yeah, definitely. Yep,
Yeah. Any of the good ones are.
yep.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And Susan, do you have a group program, or are you just doing one-on-one coaching at this point?
I had a group program for 6 months. I just finished it in February.
Okay.
I saw some value in it, but I don't see my clients making the progress that they make in private. So if I do have some kind of a group program, it will be more like a mastermind,
Like a
and
hybrid.
alliance building as opposed to training. And I really focus on either my 6-session program that's done in either 6 weeks or 12 weeks, depending on their schedule, or consulting for larger needs.
All right. Good to know. Samantha, are you ready?
I sure am. Okay, so I'm Samantha Bonamassa. I own my own compliance consulting firm where I work with registered investment advisors with the SEC or a state securities authority to basically either help them get registered with the SEC, maintain their compliance programs, or like improve upon them, whether that's their filings, policies and procedures, things like that. Or if they're, God forbid, already in trouble with the SEC or another securities regulator, help them navigate it or sort of remediate their compliance programs to improve upon them and answer any deficiencies. So my chapter is called Accidental Entrepreneur. That basically sort of just coins the phrase because I wound up gratefully with a lot of experience that would have generally taken me like 15 years to kind of amass the amount of client experience and contact that I got in like a few. I worked with like over 100 registered investment advisors within my first literal 3 years of working out of law school, which is kind of unheard of. Usually people stay at like one registered investment or their chief compliance officer somewhere for 20 years. So because I had so much unique experience and it was so quick, I just gratefully, I don't want to sound, but kind of like became a little bit of an expert in the space way quicker than you'd imagine. And it didn't make sense to really take like an in-house role that would do disservice to my very niche experience. So I just wound up launching my own firm. I couldn't find that like perfect in-house role. Some places would be like, you'll be bored here. And other places would be like, we really want someone with 15 years of experience. Like, shame on them. So that's how I came to be where I'm at. And that's kind of like the idea of my chapter is basically like what happened, how I got here, and etc. And my lead magnet it's an Excel document that it doesn't give away like too much, right? It's enough to like hook them and have them be like, okay, wow, she knows what she's doing. I want her to help me fill this out. But it basically gives sort of a template outline of like, here's what you need to be considering and testing in your compliance program to make sure your firm has a good culture of compliance in the realm of financial services, right? So it is specific to financial compliance, like with the SEC or the state of Illinois or something like that. And it just kind of outlines and gives them things to think about, and then sort of has like a calendaring aspect of it on the far right side of the Excel. So they can sort of log and track the things that they're doing and giving them like credit for the stuff that they're undertaking.
Love that.
And I have not done any marketing. I am a new mom to a 5-week-old, my first baby, who's now 5 weeks old.
Oh my gosh, already. Aw.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. But I'm
That
very
trumps
much looking,
everything.
I know,
Yep.
I'm very much
Exactly.
looking
You
forward
have
to
a
marketing
good
it.
excuse.
I do. I feel like I do. I'm actually getting sleep, so I can't complain and like act like I'm too tired, but it's just been a lot. I'm kind of soaking up the time with her, which has been great.
Yeah.
That's
But I
great.
am very much looking forward to marketing the book and excited about the Amazon campaign. So do not worry. I'm a little late to the game in the marketing realm of it, but I will pick up the pace.
Yay. Wonderful. Awesome. Thanks, Samantha. Sayron, we're just basically sharing. We have 2 minutes to share about our story, and then what is the next step you're offering your reader, AKA your lead magnet.
Thank you, Christy. Hi, everyone. My name is Sayrana Krawi. I'm a transition expert. My chapter is about living your American dream, and my leading magnet basically was a PDF, 7 keys that you need to live your American dream. To answer the question, no, I have not posted the leading magnet nor the book in any social media yet. I'm planning to do so on my Instagram. I'm just waiting to launch my website very soon this month. And I hope the day that I launch my website, I'll also post it on my Instagram, because I want them also to go to see my website as I launch it, and because the leading magnet will lead them there too. I'm very excited about the whole things. Christy, thank you very much for all the hard work from you and Jessica and the team. This is truly one of my dream come true since I was a teenager. I think I said that in the very first recording with you. Since I was a teenager, I was hoping not only a chapter, I was hoping if I can even be able to write 1 sentence in a book in the United States, and my dreams come true. And that's gonna open up the door and crack the fear. As someone who don't, English is not their first language, you break that fear to me. Now I am able to think about the next book just to be my own. This was just a starting. So I really appreciate all the effort and the hard work you put through this. Thank you very much.
Great. Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you.
Well, I do want to kind of mention as an idea for a next step, what I did with one of the stories that I wrote. I combined my story with the PDF lead magnet that I had created at that time, and then put it together in this little business card book. And so the first half of the book is kind of content teaching, and then it ends up with my story. And so for a small little book like this, I think this is, I've got a couple of them, and one of them actually says how many words it is, just to give you an idea. Oh gosh, I don't even know off the top of my head. So I think it's like 5,000 words. So if you look at your lead magnet F, you have like a document, a PDF that's got a lot of heavy content in it. Now, even with your flip book, Margie, you could possibly, see how many words you have in it and what you could create, but you just put them both together in this little, you can see how thin it is, but it's a great thing to have when you are networking, right? This little teeny book that you just give away for free. And then in there, I have multiple places where people can, okay, thank you, sweetie. She's shutting the door. Multiple places for people tend to opt in and go to my website and get in. So having your book doesn't have to be this big whole 4-year process like it took me for my book. You could just, this could be your next step, and then this could be a transition to your complete book. So it can be done. Okay, any other questions? Does anybody have anything else that they want me to bring up, talk about? No? Okay.
Quick question, what, like via the Facebook or email or the website, will you be letting us know for the training for the Amazon campaign?
So I'm hoping it will be in 2 weeks at the next meeting.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Okay,
know
at the
better
meeting.
when I hear back from the printer, hopefully this week.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll have a time frame. But either way, I will be sending out an email, and I'll also probably post it in the Facebook group. But anything of importance, we always send out an email. I also want to mention, I am launching my continuity program, and the goal of that program is to help people create their kind of like, what is the next step? You got your lead magnet, but now how do you have a group program that you can offer people to join? Because the first step shouldn't be private coaching, because that's usually a higher end offer. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is if anybody is interested in having their own continuity program, I'd love for anybody, basically to attend the first class for free to see if they think it may be a good fit. If you're interested, I can now send you details, and then you can kind of check it out and then see if you feel it could be a good fit. All right, Margie, I'll send you details, and that way you can kind of see Jared too. Yep. So yeah, if anybody wants to come to the first class,
Check it out.
they look at the sales
Thank you.
page and they think, oh, this really would help me, then I'd love to be able to invite you in, and that way you have a chance to kind of check it out. All right, other than that,
Any reason not to do it if we're already doing private coaching? I mean, will that disrupt the flow
what?
in
You
any
just
way?
have to, I would just say, look at what the promise of my program is to make sure it's in alignment with what you're looking for.
Okay.
If you're already working with a coach to create your next step group program, it may be confusing for you to get two different trains of thought on it.
No, I'm saying I'm already, as far as the video training goes and video production, I'm already coaching people one-on-one.
Right.
But in the past years before the COVID stuff happened,
Mhm.
I was doing 6 to 8 people, little classes,
Yeah.
which was the feeder for, one-on-one coaching.
Well, yeah. So the group program model is a better way to leverage your time. And then as you
Okay.
continue to scale it and get more people in your group, especially if it's an evergreen program, then, it's just a way to scale your business. So you're not spending a lot of hours with one-on-one coaching.
Right.
That's the goal. Sorry, I didn't
Sure.
understand your question. So, all right, well, I will go ahead and put this recording in the portal. If anybody has any support that they need, feel free to reach out. We're here. Hopefully we'll have an answer by the end of this week as far as hopefully a little bit better idea of our time frame. It's just very up in the air still until we get some word back or news back from the printer. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good week, everyone.
You too. Bye-bye. Yeah. Oh, let me turn the recording off.